Because in the Yucatan, we have in the subsoil two distinct water layers that, like water and oil, almost do not mix. The seawater in the peninsula is indicated here in dark blue. When it rains, the rain filters through this very porous ground until it arrives at the salt water that extends below the land at sea level, passing through the caves and subsurface caverns until it reaches the coast. Transported this way, this film of fresh water is further filtered as it moves towards the coast by the roots of the trees of the high and the low forests which extend under the peninsula. And finally, the mangroves perform a highly complex process of filtration in which the nutrients that this freshwater film carries from the land are absorbed to feed thousands of plants and animals that are interrelated in an endless number of subsistence relationships with the inhabitants of the sea. The final filtrate is made by the plants of the coastal dune. The crawling grape trees, chit palms, and other hardy coastal plants. These plants, with their extensive, powerful, and intricate roots, filter the water as they feed themselves. They also simultaneously assist in anchoring the sand to the beach, preventing storm surges and heavy winds from taking them away. The sand grains of the beaches of this Caribbean consist of 90% material from the growth, death, and regeneration of the coral reef. Only 10% of these sands are created from shells. Surges, currents, winds, and waves move these sands, these generations of coral, to deposit them on the coast, creating our beautiful white beaches. The reef, in turn, is revitalized with the limpid sweetwater currents that the extensive filtrates of the subsoil of this peninsula offer. Up to this point, the system functioned well. But because the dune plants, like the grape trees, the chit palms, and the coastal crawling plants, block cameras from finding the white sand, hotel owners and developers just cut them. So developers can have a golf course, parking areas, and restaurants. They cut, fill, and cover the filtering mangroves with concrete. To create theme parks and Venetian channels in the mysterious Mayan land, they dynamite the ceilings to the cenotes, the natural wells for inhabitants of the beach. To create houses for workers like the ones on the high forest and the low forest, they continue to develop the natural areas with no consideration of water supply, runoff, or waste removal. Subsequently, this wastewater moves to the aquifer like the rain, contaminating the sweet freshwater film that feeds the ecosystem. And as the dung, detergents, chemicals, fats, and trash move into the ecosystem after the natural filters are eliminated, where will it end? Where is it going to end if there is no system of effective water treatment? The reefs are now receiving these direct wastes. As they are contaminated, they will slowly die, leaving the marine life that they shelter without their protection. When they die, they will leave the coast more susceptible to damage from the surge and storms. Bigger waves will come to the beach more frequently and with more intensity, and rob the coast of its beautiful beach. Those sands made from generations of coral will disappear.
Thank you so much, guys. One more time, where do people go? There they are, nice. And this is like where I like it. I like it. I like it. I like it.
The wind, now without the obstacles of the sea grape and the chit palms, will burn the few plants of the dune that remain and continue taking the sand from our beach, leaving less sand for regeneration and resuspension in the sea. And the dying reef will not regenerate sand, making the concept of sand recapture impossible. Where will the sand be to recapture?